Hi, thanks for joining me today. This is April Winchester. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. And I am going to make another card. Today I'm going to make another birthday card. I've been trying to add them to my stash. I went to get a birthday card for somebody the other day and I realized most of my birthday cards are gone. So, but you can always change, like if you want to case anything that I've done, you can always change your sentiment. You can change anything about it that you want. Like if you don't have this paper, you can use a totally different paper, but this is the card that we're going to make today. Honestly, the main reason why I did this card is because I had some smaller pieces, what people might call scraps. They weren't really small enough to be real scraps, but anyways, so I had some smaller pieces or scraps of this Playing with Patterns, I believe it is, DSP. It is retiring, and as is the Pattern Play stamp set, and I like to try to use those items before they retire. So this is what I came up with. Let's go ahead and get started. So I have a piece of Night of Navy, and it is a half sheet of cardstock. Actual dimensions for everything will be listed in the description below, as well as a link to my blog. So I'll just go ahead and fold it in half. I use my bone folder to get a nice good crease on it. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. I then have a panel of Coastal Cabana, and I cut a piece of Night of Navy and Basic White. I used the retiring stitched shapes, the second and third largest ones of the squares. If you don't have this, run and get it if it's still available. Things are while the supplies last. But this, I'm really sad and disappointed that this is retiring. I use it all the time, and that doesn't mean that I can't continue to use it, but I probably won't use it very much in my videos. But I really like this set. It's very versatile, and I think anyone who makes cards or even maybe scrapbooks, this is a set that you probably would want if you do some die cutting. So anyway, so those pieces are here. I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and then I have some strips of my pattern paper, and I'm just going to set those aside for a minute as well, because I'm going to start by taking the Pattern Play stamp set. Like I said, this is retiring, so check my online store if you're interested in this. I like it because it has some great little images that you can use kind of for some background stamps, which is what we're going to use this image for right now. I'm going to use some Coastal Cabana to match my my paper here. I'm using block D, I believe. Yes, block D. Now I'm just going to stamp it along the top and bottom, leaving a little bit of space. You could just do it across the middle. You could do it across the whole thing if you wanted to. However you want to do it, that is totally up to you. I just wanted to give it a little bit of interest in the background, but I didn't want to overdo it because the DSP also has lots of great patterns. Okay. And while I'm stamping, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment right here on my Basic White stitched square. And I'm using the By the Dock stamp set for this happy birthday. I really like the scriptiness of this. This is also retiring, so again, check my online store to see if this is still available. I like this set. My husband actually chose this set. Sometimes I look at things, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to get. I don't know what to get. What would you get? And then he helps me to choose. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stamp that also in Coastal Cabana right into the center of my stitch shape. Could have actually gone off to the side a little bit more, but that is just fine. I truly believe that when it's handmade, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, maybe that's because I'm not perfect, and I often feel like my work is kind of, I guess, second to all these other crafters that I see. But I also just really do believe that, you know, it's handmade. It's not being an image being made on like some kind of web page and then printed off. So I just think handmade, expect flaws. All right, so I've gone ahead and adhered my stamped background onto, you know what, I wasn't supposed to do that yet. That's what happens when I talk about something that I'm not actually doing. That's all right, not a problem. One of the great things about the Stampin Seal is that unless you like really stick it down and then have it be there for a little bit, you can typically peel it up fairly easily. And I peeled it up right away, so it worked. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on my little silicone mat so that the stickiness doesn't get stuck to my paper, because now I want to take my little strips and using the triple banner punch, which is also retiring. Oh, everything's retiring. Lots of great stuff is coming though. Using my triple banner punch, I'm going to go ahead and banner off the ends. And I just want to make this as straight as possible. And then I'm going to set this long one right in the middle. And I'm just setting it down so I can get an idea of the way I want it to look. I'm then going to take, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this piece. I was just thinking in my head, sorry. And I'm going to banner the end of that too. And actually that was a little crooked, so let's fix that. That's better. That one I'm going to put here. And as you can see, I'm taking the flag ends and I'm not putting them, like lining them right up. I'm kind of moving them all over the place. All right, now I'm going to take this kind of like open circle one, and I'm doing the ends. Hopefully you can see this. I feel like my camera is off or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna move this up just a little bit. Then I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to do the same to this little strip and banner it off. And that will go, let's put that one back a little bit, and then we could put this one here. All right, so that's about what I want it to look like. So now that I have an idea of what I want it to look like, I can go ahead and take them off and start adhering them. So I'm gonna, again, adhere my center / biggest one first. And I'm going to adhere my bottom. I don't know if you saw that, but the Stampin Seal is empty. So we are going to get a new one. Give me just a second here. And I'll just show you how you refill this, actually, in case you don't know. Super easy. Just go ahead and open your case, just pull it apart, get rid of your old one, and then you set your new one inside. It can't go the other way around, so you can't really do it upside down. I'll take it out to show you. Like if you try to put it the other way, it just doesn't work. So put it in, snap your pieces back together, and there you go. Now, you just got to let it run a little bit so we get that seal out. All right. And it's looking good. Get all these pieces on. There. So this is the reason why I didn't want to have this on my card, is I wanted to be able to trim off these edge pieces, and my hair is everywhere. So here we go. We'll just trim these down. My favorite scissors for like, well, most anything is my paper snips from Stampin' Up, but I don't like them to, I don't want them to get all sticky when I cut things like this. So I have a separate pair of scissors that I have aside for that. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit more seal to this. Probably don't need to, but I'm going to. Now I can actually adhere it down. Then I'm going to go ahead and pop this white piece up onto this piece here. And I've got some edge pieces here left to use, so oh, it didn't really cut. All right, we'll get all this paper off, and then we will adhere it to this piece. And then I'm going to just use some Stampin' Seal to adhere it to the card. And then I'm going to do a quick inside. So I have a basic white panel. And for that basic white panel, I'm going to add Fill the Day with All Your Guilty Pleasures, and also this stamp again. I'm just going to use the Coastal Cabana, and I'm just going to go right along the bottom. And then, like I said, I'm going to grab this long sentiment piece. It's really thin, really small letters. Oh, I'll use this one. This is not a Stampin' Up block. I actually have some on order. Let's see. And then I'm going to do this in black. There's Memento. Fill the day with all your guilty pleasures. And I just kind of want to make sure this is as straight as possible. There. Perfect. And filling it up like this is less writing space. So if you're one of those people who doesn't really know what to write, this helps. That's kind of me. I just, even if it's my husband and I have so much I could say, when it comes to a card, I'm always like stuck. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to write. Or then I end up writing too much, and I don't think that looks good either. So like, this is perfect. I can just be like, happy birthday, love you so much, something like that. this is actually, his birthday's next week. This may or may not be his card. I'm not really sure yet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just adhere this to the center of my card. And my card is complete. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I lied. I wanted to use the Resin Dots. These are the Playing with Pattern Resin Dots, and I believe these are actually not retiring, that these are sticking around. And I like these. They're a little more flat, which is great for mailing. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some of these all over my card. I really never know where I want to put stuff, but you know, I do like to try to do things in threes. So I think I'm going to do one more small little dot over here, maybe. There. Perfection. Although it's handmade, so it's not really perfect, but I like it. I like the way it came out. The only thing that I might do differently is this one. I actually made this go off the edge and then I cut it. And this one I did not. I wanted to see how I liked it, and I like it, but it'd be better if it was off the edge a little bit more, because then you would see a little bit more of that pattern paper underneath, especially that purple one. You can see here that you can see it a little bit better. Otherwise, doesn't matter. It's great. I like it just the way it is. I'm super happy with it. All right. I hope that you enjoyed that card. Please give me a thumbs up for this video. It would really help me, and I'd appreciate it. Also, if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, the new catalog is starting in May. I would love to help you out with that. And I would just love to be your demonstrator. You can place orders using my online store link listed below here. And check out my blog, and all the links for all of these products, as long as they're still available, will be in the description below as well. Thank you. Have a great day.